Democracy.
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 The result of the Brexit referendum has thrown the country into turmoil.
Wherever you stand on the debate.
Huge numbers are protesting against it.
While others say we must simply accept the result.
That to question it would be an attack on democracy.
But would it?
An appeal after a court verdict is not considered an attack on the legal system.
So why is asking for an appeal on a referendum with irreversible consequences an attack on democracy?
It isn't.
It's a request for true representative democracy.
Democracy is not black and white.
It's complicated, and it evolves.
At its most basic level, democracy is intended to give a voice to the people.
To fairly represent them.
52% in favour of Brexit. Sure, sounds like a majority. But look at it again.
52% of a 72% turnout.
Suddenly we're down to just 37% of eligible voters who have actually asked for us to leave the EU.
Not to mention all those who couldn't vote.
37%, not a true majority of this nation at all.
But okay, this is how elections work, right?
If we demanded multiple votes until we had a true majority after every general election, well, we'd never get anywhere.
So we accept the result, whether we like it or not, and just get on with things.
But this is different.
This is permanent.
This is irreversible. If Article 50 is triggered, there will be no option in 5 years' time to check in and see if we all feel the same way.
So we must check now.
We must be sure.
Among the 37% who did vote out, reports of voters' regret and buyers' remorse are widespread.
Countless lies have been uncovered, and there is new information everywhere.
Whether the terms have changed or the terms were never clear, a vote cannot be considered fair and legitimate when such a large part of the campaigns were at best unclear.
And at worst, deliberately misleading.
The campaigns fueled emotions, and the referendum captured those feelings at a specific moment in time.
But the UK operates in an advanced, evolved democracy.
A democracy that recognises the dangers of decision-making by referendum.
Hence this one being non-binding, purely advisory.
Our elected representatives are there to act in the best interests of the people.
For huge constitutional changes such as this, most democratic countries require a 2/3 majority in Parliament or the electorate.
And in some cases, both.
To ensure it is truly fair for all.
Our country is divided, and that must be addressed.
We must listen to the legitimate concerns of citizens.
But we must proceed with caution.
And not act until we are sure.
A referendum is part of democracy.
But it's not the only part.
It is democratic to pause.
It is democratic to reflect on the new information we have.
It is democratic for our elected officials to continue to consider what is truly best for the country.
And to continue engaging with the public on this question.
All of this, is democracy.